President Moon Jae-in has once again said that holding another inter-Korean summit this month is not impossible, a sign he's determined to get things moving again towards peace.
But to build ties between the two Koreas, he says the sanctions on Pyongyang will need to go away. Park Ki-jun starts us off.
President Moon Jae-in says all that needs to happen for there to be a fourth inter-Korean summit by the end of this month is for North Korea's Kim Jong-un to agree to one.
남북 간에 아주 짧은 기간 동안 연락과 협의로 정상회담이 이루어진 경험도 있기 때문에 물리적으로 불가능하지는 않습니다. 선택할지 여부는 김정은 위원장에게 달려 있다.
He was speaking in a joint presser Thursday with the president of Norway after their own bilateral summit. President Moon reiterated that the timing, location, and the formality of the summit with Kim Jong-un does not matter at all. And he revisited the idea of economic sanctions relief and corresponding efforts from the North to denuclearize.
남북 관계가 이렇게 제대로 발전해 나가려면 개성공단 재개를 비롯한 여러 가지 경제 협력으로까지 이어져야 하는데.
And for that, international sanctions on Pyongyang would have to be lifted, which can only happen when the North makes practical progress towards denuclearization. Also, President Moon said he's been briefed by President Trump on Kim Jong-un's latest letter. The South Korean leader said there's an interesting point in it that President Trump has not yet mentioned. On the inter-Korean peace process, President Moon and Norwegian Prime Minister Erna Solberg agreed that they're working together to achieve the Korean Peninsula's complete denuclearization. President Moon will end his trip to Norway in Bergen. He will see firsthand the country's strong bilateral cooperation in the form of a Norwegian Navy logistics and support ship built by Korea's Daewoo Shipbuilding and Marine Engineering. The South Korean leader will then head to Sweden, the last stop of his three-nation trip to Northern Europe. Park Ki-jun, Arirang News.